At the time that you were making your album, did you feel that you were doing something that was going to be very influential?
No, God no. I mean, yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, we really thought this scene is finished. It's gone on too long, and you know, we've all just got to finish. I mean,
yeah, but because we were creating that music as well, it's kind of after hard work. It's like, where'd you go after that? I mean, I said some complete bullshit crap yesterday that you thought was so funny about the Zenith or whatever. But honestly, I mean, when you've been playing blast beats to these kind of riffs, where do you take that kind of music? I mean, obviously you can carry on writing riffs and music, but you know, I still take an interest in extreme music, and it's very rare that I hear riffs that make the hair on the back of my neck stand up, like it used to when, you know, back in the 80s or early 90s.
Yeah.
I don't know. Obviously, you could just say because I'm an old fart now, but I do occasionally still hear riffs that make me go fuck, you know. But it's pretty rare nowadays. Because most of it's just been played out, it's just recycled itself, you know.
yeah, it's just a different thing, I guess. I mean, if a band makes the same album several times over, that's quite safe in a way. I mean, you know, they might be an extreme band, they might have an extreme tag, but they've just found a formula and they're sticking with it. But yeah, I mean, the feeling you got when you heard the first, couple of Death demos or whatever. Yeah, like Jeff said, I mean, it would send a shiver down your spine because it was so fresh and like, it was very intense and aggressive and.
But there's been a few people that write riffs that have had that impact on music. You know, you've got Hetfield, you've got the guys from Exodus, you've got Chuck, you've got Bill and Ken and Mike who've done those kind of riffs. And of course, there's other people in you know, doing extreme music, Repulsion guys, you know, Fisher from Celtic Frost, wherever. But you know, that's like, it's probably like 20 people. You can't have 2,000 people. It's just not possible because there's only so many chords, and you know, it's all been played out.
Did the Columbia experience have anything to do with you guys ultimately splitting up?
Nah, I think it's like you're in a relationship, things get boring, and you spend so much time with someone, you just you can't stand the sight of them. As irrational as it is, you know. No one's serving, mate. It just gets, you know, I don't know, we've never spoken about this to each other, you know.
No.
I think it gets to the point where it got boring. There's nothing new, no new avenues to try and pursue. I mean, it got to a point where we were starting to make money from it. And if you start to do anything for money, you know, you might as well just go and get a fucking job. And I don't know, we're just grown apart, I guess, you know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's no fault of anybody's in particular, but it's just.
Well, it's all my fault.
Yeah.
I want to take that credit. I was such an asset. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we just all grown apart.
Yeah, I mean, like, when a band breaks up, a band you've been in for years, and you give it everything like we all did, it is exactly like the end of a relationship. So I was just in denial for, you know, at least a couple of years. I didn't want to hear or anything about it, or talk about it, or think about it. And then gradually I came around to being okay with it again. And obviously now it's fantastic if people say that they like what the Carcass record it is.
I think, to be fair to Mike, that's what's happening then, with what's happening with the Beggars, him fucking doing that, going on to do Arch Enemy. He's kind of, no matter what his take on the artwork thing at the time, so he moved on more than we had at the time, as far as what we wanted to do. Same thing's happened to them, you know, he's kind of took a bit of time for healing, and same with all of us. Except for Ken. Ken's always been the biggest Carcass fan.
Yes.
him and Stilly. You go on tour, film 20 hours worth of footage, pair of them just sat there up all night watching. Remember? You used to live with him. Every morning, just playing cards.
That is true. Actually, there were many occasions where I woke up in the house in Dingle, and eventually a bit later, Ken would wake up and
2 days later.
I could just hear from the next room, just like CD player on like third Carcass album.